Hey folks, Quill18 here, and I think it's time that we get back to our Dwarf Fortress Let's Play. So I took some time this morning to reacquaint myself with things, because it's been a while since I've played this game. And our fortress seems to be in pretty good shape. The last things that seemed to happen right before we left off is, one, there was the unfortunate death, and I hope my mouse is showing up here. Maybe I should just use the cursor just to be sure. There was the unfortunate death of our war dog over here, who bravely fought off a dwarven snatcher, who's going to come steal some of our children. And we had just gotten a migration wave. In fact, I remember being. Do I have hotkeys set up? Oh, I do too. All the way down? Yeah. I remember being a little bit upset because I just set up all these bedrooms, assigned everyone to a bed. Everyone in the fortress was like perfectly accounted for, and then bam, huge migration wave. And if I pop out to Dwarf Therapist here, this is wave number 4. So these are our original 7 who are still alive. Our first wave of migrants, 8 of them. Second wave of migrants, 6 of them. And this is our third migration wave. It's wave number 4 because our initial 7 are the first wave. So, and this one had a whopping 25 people come. So I've just finished going through them all and naming them based on people who've left comments in my... primarily, I prioritize the people who leave comments to Dwarf Fortress, and then after that I ran out because there were so many new migrants, so I just went to general commentators. So I won't go through the entire list, but I do want to point out that the Dana Dobre made a special request to be a female dwarf who was a hunter. So unfortunately, when she came, she didn't have any relevant skills except for animal training, which is actually one of the things she'd mentioned. So that's good, but it worked out just fine. So I've got her and Vitra Theory, who's also one of my new people, who has very, very effective skills in this particular field. They've both become rangers. In fact, if I switch this to profession view, they've both been assigned to what I call the ranger profession. These are all just custom names. You can make whatever you want. I could have called them poo heads or something. But rangers is what I consider people who are hunters and trappers and can also take care of animals. So we've got that. So bunch of new people. Everyone's got professions. Some of the professions got juggled around a little bit. Just because what I did is I sort of reset everyone. I reset everyone to just be just haulers, and then went and reorganized people based on need and based on the sort of skills they had. And some people don't have a full set of the skills for whatever job they've been assigned to. The Fisher Dwarves should really have fish dissection. Let me save that change and make sure that it's in there in the future. There you go. So yeah, and even the people who are haulers, some of them had specific skills, so I've enabled them. Like WSW Unwanted actually has skill in butchery and farming, so I made sure that he has that skill. We've got someone who's a potash maker, a miller, all that sort of stuff. So generally speaking, very nice skill set. Actually, this guy's got like uber skills in bone carving. Who is that? Oh, Nogent Tot. Yeah. He's a legendary bone crafter. Not that bone crafter comes up too often, but it's nice to see. And in fact, let me disable it from. No, I guess it's fine. Doesn't matter. Oh, we got another big ass bone crafter over here. Who's that? Shade. Wow. Okay. Well, then I'll disable it off my craft dwarves. These Jay Jones and Demonac are assigned to be my craft dwarves, but they won't need that. The only other thing I've got to check up on is back in Dwarf Fortress, and let me just make sure it advances a tick here, just to make sure it registers that. Are my nobles, who I didn't check, was it N? It's been a while. Right, Jane Jones is my leader. Obscurity Lord is my militia captain. No sheriff yet. For to win 12 is the manager. And that's actually interesting because what I should do, and let's just sort it by name. Where are you here? Here you go. You are currently a fisherman, but you don't really have much in the way of skills, so that's good. So I'm just going to set you to bureaucrat, which is basically the you have no jobs. You do nothing, that way you can just be a manager full time. And the other one I'll do is my bookkeeper, Rife. Rife, here you go. You're actually a really good miner, I forgot about that. And a pretty good weaponsmith and armorer, but bookkeeper really is a full-time job. I guess the big question is there anyone else? Can I replace you with someone? So you're skilled record keeper. Oh, okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to replace you with Gwen and Ben, who right now are just a hauler, so they don't really have a job. They're not as good of a record keeper, but you are too good of a miner um, to to use for that if I have any other choice. So Gwen and Ben, here you are. So you are going to become a bureaucrat. So we'll have Reith go back to mining, and Gwen and Ben will need an office, and Reith doesn't need one anymore, so that's okay. You're not giving up anything swanky, just a little nothing office right here. Yeah, Reith. So assign chair to Gwen and Ben. Bam. And now we are once again in good shape. All right, so now that that's settled, yeah, what are big projects? Well, big project number one is still to complete our first wall of our fortress here. It is still a damn shame that none of the colors match, but maybe at some point we'll come back and replace these walls so they're all the same color or something. But for now, they can just keep building that. I think our bridges are all in place. This one's blinking, so this one may still be under construction. But all the rest should be in place. Once they're all done, then we will go about what? Oh, linking them to a lever. And soon, especially now that I've got some real people, we're going to want to start assembling a militia. Actually, did I start doing that? Oh, I did too. I've got 3 people in the military. That's not very much. But what I'm going to do is fill this out with as many people as possible. And, well, I guess we could do that now. What the hell? Let's go and find people with military skills. There's no good way to sort it because everyone's got different skills, so that kind of sucks. But maybe just look at the armor users first. Oh, the Dana Dobry. And actually, she is going to have some excellent military skills because her crossbow skills will eventually go up as she works her hunting. So you're going to be in the military. Hope you don't mind. Look at all these skills. Dodger, fighter, kicker. Yeah. Kick-ass. Obscurity Lord is already in there, of course. He's actually leads... Well, she actually leads our militia. Exiled has a good set of skills. So let's grab him or her. Oops. Where are you? Oh, you're already in here. Oh, did it actually abbreviate your name? That's kind of cool. Okay, Gwen and Ben. There you are. And Lowell Black Sura, who I believe commented in a StarCraft thread, maybe? Which I think would make them very, very appropriate for a military position. Lucas up. Should be near the bottom. Yep. You don't actually have that... Well, I guess at this point no one has a ton of skills. Wow, you've got like awesome Dodger and Mark's Dwarf. Okay, Virtua Theory. Oh, who's I believe the Ranger. Yeah, he's gonna be good. I didn't miss him down here. Eh? No. Here we go. Yeah, it does abbreviate. It takes out vowels. That's actually pretty brilliant. And one thing I want to make sure are that my miners are in the army because while I don't really want to lose them because they're like super awesome, they have like super duper toughness. So Tommy Boy, who's actually a girl, comes in, and Reith. And Fu Man should also be in there, but I kind of like the people we've got in already, so maybe Fu Man will save him for the next squad. So good, now we have a complete squad, and eventually we'll have to work on getting these guys a little bit better organized. So that's good. Suppose I could unpause it. There's my penis farm still going. Status, we have lots of drink. We're good there. Okay, on food it seems like. That's nice. So I did queue up some digging jobs. Okay, these eventually will still need to get assigned to stockpiles. Hopefully soon. Yeah, so I queued up a bunch of digging jobs so we could expand here, finish the stockpile space here, build more bedrooms over here. And this is our dining room area. This is going to be like a a major, massive dining room, very, very posh. So we just need to wait some furniture delivery and hopefully build some more chairs and tables and get those all equipped down here and then turn this into the dining room, which should impress a lot of people. This is going to be a food stockpile, a couple of kitchens being built here. This is going to be a booze stockpile. We got a couple of stills being built, so I think that'll be good organization. So I'm going to hit play and let the dwarves start running around and see what they're going to do. Look at him go. Yeah, not many idlers. That's good. Happy to see that everyone's got a job going well. Lots of hauling of doors going on. So construction-wise, we've got a lot more doors queued up because we need some for all those bedrooms. More tables and thrones is for the dining room. Lots of beds queued up. Also started, it hasn't been validated yet, but it's queued up the traction bench job because we are going to want a hospital soon. And what I think is going to happen, because one of the things is hospitals, you should really have access to water. And I don't have really a fountain or a well system built at this point, and I don't know when I will start that. So what I think I'm just going to do is convert maybe this room right here at some point, remove it from being a stockpile, and turn it into the hospital. Or, I mean, I could use the space down here because some of these workshops may go away. It's going to be something like that. That way they're close to the surface and they can just go to the ponds to do that. In fact, what I should do is I should remove this designation now so the stuff stops getting put there, and that hopefully the stuff will get moved to another stockpile down below. There might not be quite enough room yet, but we'll deal with that when we get there. So there's still some people idle in here, and who are they? Metalsmith, Ranger, Hauler. It's interesting that the hauler. Oh, these might be migrants that haven't lost their migrant flag yet, or maybe they're eating or something like that. Well, I guess it wouldn't say. Jay Jones has created a masterpiece. You go, Jay Jones. I think, if I recall correctly, he is a craft dwarf. Yeah, he's making stone crafts, and he's already legendary. He's a +3 legendary, so just about everything he's going to make is going to be a masterpiece. So that's going to get annoying if we keep noticing that. Still nice to have. Good. Oh, you can see here my my two bureaucrats, my manager and my bookkeeper, are hard at work managing work orders. You can see he's validated the rock door job. That's good. Bookkeeping takes a lot of work too to keep my stockpiles properly calculated up so we know how much of everything we have. Are really valuable. I really like to have this. I mean, in a way it doesn't add anything, and you could sort of do without, but it just sucks so much not to be able to see what your counts are at. So